Hey, welcome to Happiness Bar, where my goal is to share cocktails, content, and happiness. Today, I'm going to show you how to make two fabulous coffee cocktails. One Irish, one Italian. One hot, one cold. An Irish coffee and a Grappino, baby. So, these cocktails are similar in nature that they are coffee-based cocktails. However, there are some differences. The Irish coffee, made with coffee, served hot, made with Irish whiskey traditionally, made with a little brown sugar, topped with whipped cream. Fantastic, great in the colder months of the year. Then we have the Grappino, the Italian coffee cocktail. It's served cold, we're gonna shake it. It's served with espresso in particular, and that's served with Grappa and Amaretto. It's awesome, it's a little sweet, it's dry, it has some really great clean notes, and that's also topped with a little bit of whipped cream as well. We're gonna be making the whipped cream in-house. So, for the build for the Irish coffee, it's 1.5 ounces of Irish whiskey. Now, I didn't have any Irish whiskey on hand, so sometimes use what you got. I'm gonna go with a rye. I know it's a little bit different. It should still come out great, so we should be good. But if you prefer the Irish whiskey, go get some Jameson or Slane, whatever your favorite Irish whiskey is, Green Spot. So, 1.5 ounces of Irish whiskey, 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar, 6 ounces of hot coffee. We're gonna build that in the glass, we're gonna stir that up, and we're gonna top that with our homemade vanilla bean whipped cream. And the build for the Grappino, it's 3/4 ounces of Grappa, 1/2 ounce of Amaretto, 1 shot of espresso. We're gonna shake that up, we're gonna double strain it, we're gonna serve that into a glass mug with no ice, and we're also gonna top that with our homemade vanilla bean whipped cream. So you got two fantastic options for coffee cocktails going into the winter months. You got hot, you got cold, you got Irish, you got Italian. Two great variations of coffee cocktails that differ from the Espresso Martini, which you saw us do back in fall. So with all that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right into the prep work. It's pretty light today. The tools you're gonna need for the prep: you're gonna need a coffee pot. You're gonna need something to brew your espresso in. You're gonna need some measuring spoons. You're gonna need a mixing bowl. You're gonna need some egg beaters or something to whip your cream with. First bit of prep we're gonna need to do, we're just gonna go ahead and get our coffee brewed and get our espresso brewed. I went ahead and already brewed my espresso, so if you got a Bialotti press at home or whatever you use to brew espresso at home, get that brewed up. I'm heating up my water right now, and I'm gonna start brewing my coffee. And then while that brews, I'm gonna get started on our whipped cream. Now you can use a traditional coffee pot at home. I like using the Chemex, so with that I gotta heat some water up. All right, so I'm gonna set my espresso to the side. All right, guys, that water's coming to a boil. That's hot enough to brew our coffee. Let's go ahead and get our coffee a-brewing. Got this coffee going. Honestly, I'm just gonna make a whole pot because I can use some throughout the week, man. Throw this in the fridge after the fact and have some nice, freshly ground, brewed coffee. Best. All right, guys, our coffee is brewed up. Get this out of the way. Push my coffee to the side here. And the next bit of prep we're gonna do is we're gonna make that vanilla bean whipped cream. So let's grab our mixing bowl. We're gonna grab our egg beaters or whatever you're using to beat that whipped cream. Put those bad boys in. And we're gonna start with about 2 cups of heavy cream. And we want about 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna whisk that, and we want it kind of like a light whipped cream, right? We don't want it super firm and heavy, right? We just want it kind of whipped enough to where it's a very light, very loose whipped cream. That's the best for this type of drink. So go ahead and just start beating it up. And that's what we're looking for right there, guys. I want that to still get a little more seconds. Yeah, and that's what we're looking for, guys. I want it to still coat the egg beaters a little bit, but I don't want it to be like a heavy whipped cream, right? Super light. Get those out of there. Let's taste one. Very nice, not too sweet. Touch of vanilla in there. All right, guys. Got our coffee brewed. We have got our espresso brewed. We got our whipped cream, our vanilla bean whipped cream made. That is it for the prep work, guys. Let's jump into making our cocktails, that Irish coffee and that Grappino. So, first things first, the Grappino is shaken, the Irish coffee is built. So first thing we're gonna need one of our shaker tins. And we're gonna need our jigger. Next, we're gonna need our glassware for both cocktails. So to start, I'm gonna put my 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar into the cup where I'm making my Irish coffee. Then I'm gonna pour in my 1.5 ounces of Irish whiskey, or in my case, rye, and I'm gonna pour in 6 ounces of coffee. Roughly, this is an 8-ounce glass, so I don't wanna fill her too high, but I'm gonna fill it just about to the top. And I'm gonna go ahead and just give that a stir with the bar spoon, right? I'm gonna get that going so that way I allow that brown sugar to really kind of heat up in the coffee, meld into the cocktail here while I shake my Grappino. Now for the Grappino, we need our 3/4 ounce of Grappa. We need our 1/2 ounce of Amaretto. We need our shot of espresso. Okay, now let's grab the large side of our shaker tin and grab some ice for our cocktail shaker. And just like always, fill that ice all the way to the brim of the shaker, seal her up, and we're gonna shake for 12 seconds as always. All right, guys, 12 seconds. Grab my Hawthorne strainer and my basket strainer. I'm gonna double strain that cocktail. Serve it with no ice. Okay, see how frothy that bad boy gets. Grab that whipped cream that we made. Grab a spoon. And we're just gonna layer that bad boy right on there and just fill the glass. That beautiful light whipped cream. I'm gonna do the same with the Grappino. I'm hitting the Grappino heavy though, man. I want that thing beautiful. And for a little bit of a bonus, guys, I know I didn't say this, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little nutmeg right on top just to make it pretty on both. There you have it, guys, the Irish coffee, the Grappino. Let's taste. I'm gonna start with the Irish coffee. Boozy from the whiskey. Whiskey comes through. The nice hot and cold between the cream and the coffee. Nice mapley sweetness from that dark brown sugar. And I love the nutmeg on top. I get the nutmeg on the nose. That's boozy. That's delicious, man. Just how an Irish coffee should be. Let's try the Grappino next. Cold, baby. Super dry. Really nice with the Grappa. A touch of sweetness from the Amaretto, that little bit of cherryish sweetness note. Nutty, a little bitterness from the espresso, man. That cream on top, again, really makes it a nice, rich cocktail. Both really awesome, guys. If you want a hot coffee cocktail, Irish coffee, you want a cold coffee cocktail, give the Grappino a try, man. The Italians know what they're doing when it comes to coffee, and this is an awesome coffee cocktail. I got cream on my lip, but don't call me a cream lip. Yeah. Shout out to Andy Milanakis. Andy Schmiller-Schmackis. That's awesome. There it is, guys. The Irish coffee, the Grappino. I hope you guys have enjoyed everything. Maybe you made these recipes along with me. Maybe you wrote them down, saved them for a later date. Either way, let me know how you're liking everything. And hey, guys, become a regular somewhere. Become a regular at your local watering hole. It's the best way to support local business. And become a regular here at Happiness Bar by liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell if you want notifications. We got cocktail videos coming out every Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to get you ready for the weekend. Stay happy, everyone. Those will wake you up and put you to sleep.